Hello everyone. On social media now is a very popular trend when people are showing their expenses. And I was thinking actually that I have to also try to show my real expenses like an immigrant. First, I would like to provide you context. I'm living in Lodz. I'm going to 9 to 5 job, and I'm earning not so bad, but also not so good. It is average salary around 7,000, and this is the most painful stuff because I like to plan my budget very much. I have an Excel here. I will show you my Excel tables where I'm doing this counting expenses, how I plan, and I would like to now provide more information. So I'm going to 9 to 5 job. I am having mortgage. I have 2-bedroom apartment not far from Centrum. It is like 20 minutes by bus or train, even less, 16. I'm living like a single because I have long distance relationship. So the big animal who is eating my budget, it is mortgage. It takes me around 1,200 zlotys. Then to this mortgage we should add mandatory insurance, which cost me 414 zlotys. And one per year I'm paying 108 zlotys insurance for my house, for my apartment. Then we have hidden cost, and it is like something is broken. For example, once I had a situation that I had leaked windows during the rain, and I've paid then 1,000 zlotys. And for this, I am trying to save money to not be in the situation that once it will appear and I will not have money. The most important thing in this hidden, it is that I'm saving around 200 zlotys per month for the hidden situations. Next, what was surprised for me actually when I was renting this apartment, and now when I have my own apartment, it is that rent rent is equal to my mortgage expenses. And what is the plus of renting? It is only that you don't pay for what has broke, or for example for some changes which are building needs. It was very unexpected. I mean, I knew that it will happen to me, but I was not aware that some of the cost can be very big. But now, during these 2 years, I'm actually very happy that I'm not anymore in this people who is renting apartment, because I have 2-bedroom apartment with kitchen, separate kitchen, and it gives me a lot of freedom, because I know that my money are going to my apartment, not to someone's apartment. And actually having your own apartment, from my perspective, it is taking stress away completely, because you know that you have to pay this 2,200 zlotys, but you know that you will always find this money because you have to. So, and now I don't have the stress that I need to give the money to someone, not to yourself. And I had a goal before that I'm paying the rent, and I also need to save to have the first payment for apartment when I was planning to buy. I have my phone here with some questions which help me to answer, to compose all of the video, and I know I'm not perfect in this. I'm just only starting, and in the end it will be better for sure. Next part, it is bills. Bills also take a big part of my salary. Let's count. Actually now it is May, and for example change was increased, and actually a lot, 100 zlotys, because before I was paying 650, now I am paying 750. So 750 zlotys it is per month for change. Next, around 130 for electricity, and around 30 zlotys for gas. Gas is kind of not what I would like to pay so much money. I would like to try to change my agreement, but we will see. Because gas it doesn't matter how much you've spent, most probably you will pay all the time around 25 zlotys, what is not good for me, because sometimes I'm using only 1 meter per square and sometimes I'm using 3, so and price is almost same all the time. Then we have internet and my phone. It is 110 zlotys together, so what is not bad. And actually this is all of for apartment, because apartment actually takes a big part of my expenses, what I don't like, but what can we do? Or I should increase my salary, or there is no other option actually. So for apartment that's all. Maybe also for apartment, this is one more thing that these bills, this change can be recalculated after every season. For example, now it also was recalculated, and I had to pay more 120 zlotys. It is painful, but not so much, because last year, for example, they paid me around 200 zlotys. So it is kind of expectable. Next part, it is food. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was having enough of being in restaurants or cafes during student life, and now I actually not going out at all, even for dates. Maybe sometimes once per month we can go out, but I have only with my friend, one friend, where we are going out every month once, and during this out we are paying around 60 till 80 zlotys per person, and that's all. I'm not spending for this kind of stuff my money. I don't spend money for coffee, I don't spend money for some anymore some donuts, some ice creams out, because this is not what giving me big pleasure when I spend money. And not only about this, my eating style has changed completely during these 2 years, and I have a goal to lose more weight, what helps me, because during these 2 years I already lost 14 kilos, and thanks this changes, now I am able to completely manage my life differently, because with my boyfriend we were checking my Biedronka receipts, and I can show you here, guys, that in 2024 every day when I was going to Biedronka there was chocolates, there were some sweets, and so on and so on. And now here it is completely two different stuff, because usually we are spending per person 500 zlotys. It is not a lot, but we are eating constant food all the time. I can tell you, because so we are eating meat, which we are buying in Lodz in Meat Hub. We buy per person per week. We buy around 1 kilo of beef meat and 1 kilo of minced meat. Chicken mincemeat, and it cost us like around 200 zlotys. Next, we buy cottage cheese per every day, 1 pack per person, and then we buy eggs also for every day, 2 eggs per person, and in the end it is around 1,200 zlotys. Depends on if we need some buckwheat, if we need some other stuff like this, like lentils or something like this. Yes, we spend money only like on good food. We have settled 3 meals. We can buy sometimes fruits, and we are buying veggies more or less And in the end of the month, it is around 1,200 zlotys. It's not a big amount of money, which I can say. So we have once I'm going out 100 zlotys, and and per month it is 600 zlotys around. So in the end, for food, I'm spending 700 zlotys. Next part, it is how I move around city. This is interesting part because now, for example, it is May and mostly I'm trying to go out with my bicycle, which is saving me money. So bicycle doesn't cost me now anything. I've spent 600 zlotys when I moved to this apartment because I knew that I will need something to move around. I've bought simple bicycle in Media Expert for 600 zlotys and now I am not paying for rides because whenever I want to go, I take a bicycle. Bicycle sometimes only needs 100 zlotys to make a technical review. Next, trams. When it is winter, because of course I'm not using bicycle, I'm not so crazy like for example people in Netherlands. When it is winter or rain or very much windy, I'm taking public transport. Usually now they provided very good option for me. It is tickets by stops, and it saves me a lot of money. So if it is just bad weather like rainy or windy, of course I take bus or train or tram in one way. But if, for example, it is not windy, I'm trying to walk, what helps me to lose weight, what is my main goal. When it is winter and I know that every day almost when I'm going to work I will take a tram or bus, then I buy a monthly ticket. Usually it is for 3 months and I'm using Karta Łodzianina. You can go and watch this video. Somewhere here will be hint, maybe not here, maybe here, I don't know where. Somewhere. It gives 20% discount now and it costs 330 zlotys per 3 months. It is big savings because without this it is costing around 600 zlotys. And usually actually I'm trying to move by walking mostly because there is no reason, if weather is good, there is no reason to take bus. So only if you really need to go somewhere like to doctor or it is very far on the other edge of the Lodz. And then some other expenses like for example clothes. Mostly I'm planning this and I'm not going to shopping center and buy like this. I just plan, for example, like this month, I've planned that from the salary for May, I will buy shoes for summer because I don't have and I need them. So I spent 370 zlotys for shoes and I bought 2 good pairs of shoes from leather. About clothes, most probably it is not planned, but it is planned for some sales. I don't buy anything on what is not on sale, or I buy a lot of stuff from Vinted. And as I said, for example, I'm planning like 400 zlotys per month for this kind of stuff because most of them I need, not that I don't need. I don't buy every month shoes, but I need, for example, new clothes or new bag or something like this, and I prefer to buy good one, but good one. Also, I'm trying to save every month some money because this is important to have if something unexpected will happen to you. And this is going like to be 300 zlotys, and I put it into mBank, and there is a 10-year strategy which makes me like more money. Then we also have something like travels. This I also try to plan in advance. This is something what I cannot reject because I'm having long distance relationship, and monthly it can take me 200 zlotys. It's not a lot, but still. So I have to go to other country to meet my boyfriend. Then the most important stuff which I cannot cancel in my life, because I'm very much worried about this, how looks my hands. And this is also compared to other stuff, this is big expenses. So it cost me 160, 180 zlotys. So from this, I know some can judge, but I cannot say to myself to stop to do this, because it helps me to feel more confident. Without nails, I cannot, because my hands are ugly. I cannot do anything with this. It is jeans which my parents gave me. And I spent every single month for this. If we will count how much I spent on it, we will just be killed by knowing this price. But for example, I save big money mostly on hairs, because I don't do anything with hairs. I don't have any hairstyles. I don't have any haircuts. I don't go to paint my hair. So it is like this. It is my natural color, and I don't do anything with my hairs except good shampoos and conditioners. Before, I was saving on this money because I didn't have so much to say that yes, I am able to spend on shampoos good money. Now I also don't spend a lot, but conditioner with shampoo cost me around 80 zlotys. Then toothpaste, I use also one from the good brands, and it cost me 20 zlotys. Not so big, but something. Then we have also other this kind of expenses, and per month it is usually around 300 zlotys, I would say. And the most, I would say, smallest planned expense, of course, it is some small gift for my nephew to buy in Belarus. It's like almost usually it is car, different types of car, but it is like 20 zlotys. It is not so big. And it will be everything for my expenses and my experience of expenses. I can record next video how I plan if you are interested in this. Just for example, someone who would like to move to Lodz, to expect what you need to pay, brief list of expenses. First of all, we have rent of mortgage around 2,000 zlotys. Then we have electricity, gas, if you use, it is around 200 zlotys. Then we have internet around 220 zlotys. With phone, this is important. Then we have food around 600, 700. But everyone has different taste, and everyone has different approach to this life. And of course, I cannot say that my approach is the best one, and you can save a lot of money with this. You should evaluate yourself better than me, and you should see how much you spend on food. Me helping very much to have everything in phone, receipts, plan budget, because when I plan budget, then I can see that for this part I've spent a lot, and next month I can save. And then we have clothes around 400 zlotys, and then we have what else? Then we have, for example, a translation of documents. Sometimes for newcomers it costs around, also depends on amount of, but one paper costs 15 zlotys, sometimes 30 zlotys, depends on language. This is actually all from my side, what I wanted to share with you. These are my real expenses, nothing what I exaggerate or say that it is normal to live like this, because I actually think that my expenses are very limited. I'm trying to save as much as possible, and at the same time I'm trying to enjoy my life. But as I said already, everyone has their own approach and everyone is trying their best to live how they would like to. This is just an example from my side how much I've spent in Lodz in my possibilities which I have. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like to have my planning Excel, or if you would like to see how I'm planning my budget for next month, please write a comment down, and I would try to record this kind of video. Thank you so much for watching, and ciao ciao.